Hi everybody, on today's video we're going to answer the question, do roofers charge for roof inspections? This is Tracy Bookman, owner of Homestead Roofing, and welcome to another walk in the park video where we take just a few minutes to answer your questions. And today's question is whether or not roofers charge to come to your house to do roof inspection. Well, just like so many of the answers to other questions, this one really kind of comes down to it depends. But let me explain why that is, because by and large, most roofers will do an inspection of your roof for free. Here are the factors that could alter that. There's always exceptions. One factor that could affect that is what kind of market do you live in? And by that, I mean, do you live in more of a retail market or more of a storm market? By a retail market, I mean there's not a lot of storm activity and there's not a lot of reasons for people to have to redo their roofs or get roof repairs. Therefore, there's not a lot of roofers in the market, so competition is low, so a roofer may feel justified in charging for an inspection in a market like that. However, if you're in a storm market, that's going to be a little bit different, because in a storm market, meaning that's an area where there's a lot of storm activity, whether it's hail or tornadoes or wind, you know, those kinds of things which are going to cause people to need to get new roofs. If you're in a storm market, then there's going to be a lot more competition, meaning a lot more roofers in that market trying to get the same jobs. And so more than likely they're going to be offering the inspections for free. My thought is, though, that regardless of what kind of market you're in, you're probably going to be able to find that roofers are going to do the roof inspection at your house at no charge to you. But here's another thing that may cause you to have to pay to get a roof inspection at your house. And a lot of times people don't really think about this one. So let's say you're trying to buy a home, and the home inspector that you've hired has gone out there and has identified that he thinks that there are problems or issues with the roof. And a lot of times on his inspection report, it will say that he recommends getting a licensed and qualified roofing contractor to come out there and inspect the roof. But here's the catch to that. Between 95 and 99% of the time in a real estate transaction, if there's an issue with the roof and work needs to be done, it's going to be the home seller that hires the roofer, not the person buying the house. The implication of that for the roofing contractor who you've asked to go inspect the roof on this house that you're buying is that he has an extremely small chance of actually getting any work out of it. Therefore, he may charge to do the inspection. I mean, if you think about it, your home inspector is not going to go out there and do the inspection of that house for free, right? He's going to charge you to go do that. A roofing inspector really should be no different. If you're on the buying end and that roofer has very little chance of getting a job out of it, in my opinion, he's justified for charging for that inspection. Now, there's one other situation where your roofer may charge you to do an inspection, and that's if you live outside of his normal service area. So if he has to travel a great distance to do the inspection, then he may charge you for that inspection. Again, because if let's say he drives an hour and a half or whatever to do an inspection, and your roof is good, then he's essentially wasted 3 hours of driving time plus the 30 minutes or whatever he took to actually be on your roof doing the inspection. So now you might be asking yourself, well, what about Homestead Roofing? At Homestead Roofing, we basically don't charge for our inspections, again, as long as you're within our service area. Now, our service area includes El Paso County, Teller County, and Elbert County. If you are, that's a very large area. So if you are more than 1 hour away from our offices, which is at Austin Bluffs and Academy, then we are going to charge for that inspection. Now, within El Paso County, there aren't any areas that are more than an hour away from our office, but Teller County and Elbert County, there definitely are areas like that. But if we charge you for an inspection and there's work that needs to be done, then we credit the inspection fee to the cost of the repairs or the re-roof. Similarly, if we are asked to do an inspection for a real estate transaction and it's either the buyer's agent or the buyers that have asked us to go do the inspection, we do charge for the inspection, but we credit that inspection fee toward the cost of any repairs or roof replacement. So if you have any questions about whether or not Homestead Roofing would do a free inspection at your house, please call our office right up here, 719-433-6991. You can also visit our website, and that's right down here at homesteadroofingcolorado.com. We've got a ton of information out there, lots of other informational videos for you. We would also love it if you would give us a big thumbs up if you like this video and if it's been helpful for you. And please consider subscribing to our channel and click the bell icon up there so that way you get notified when we've got new videos. And until our next Walk in the Park video, I'm Tracy Bookman, owner of Homestead Roofing.